What I've got here is I have got the good old medieval English that I've made. We all know 'em, we all love them. They've won some battles, they've lost some battles. But they are going to be here, and they're going to be going up against a faction that I got from the workshop. This is the Gondor faction from Lord of the Rings. Now, full disclaimer, I've never watched or read anything of Lord of the Rings. I'm really not well acquainted with Lord of the Rings. However, it's basically the Middle Ages, isn't it? It's like fantasy Middle Ages. I'm going to upset so many people by saying that, but that's what I'm going off of the basis of it. So what we've got here is we've got Gondorians. We've got just people using the faction that I got from the workshop here, the Gondor faction. They're all very nice. They all look great. I do have to say, these guys, they're all looking very fabulous in their armour, and especially with their choices of colours. I do like the black and grey shields that they've got on these guys. The same with the guys back there, and they all look really nice. They look great, and they seem to be rather well balanced. I do have to say, the cost isn't outrageous for the units. They look great, they fight great, and overall this battle should be pretty fun. Obviously, pitting a medieval faction of the English versus a fantasy faction of the Gondorians. It's not like these guys have got laser weapons or anything of that sort. They're just a sort of medieval style faction. So yeah, going over with well, we'll start with the Gondorian, shall we? So we've got here's all the things. They do have some heroes in here, such as Boromir and Faramir. They're just heroes. They're not outrageously overpowered heroes. They're just sort of regular units that have got some buff to their damage and attack, and they also have a whole load of health. That's pretty much what you get in with these, which I like. I do like that that's how they've gone with it. I think it works pretty well. They're not massively overpowered. They're just a bit tough to kill, but that's just due to the health. I mean, that's what I can tell from these guys, which is fine. So, starting off then, Gondorians. I have got a 10 by 3 deep front row here of just Gondorians. That's just what the guys named them in the faction. I'll have a link to the faction in the description as well for people who want to use it. But these guys, they're just your standard swordsmen. They've got some very nice looking armour. They got a nice helmet. I do like how he's done sort of like the face wrap on the lower part of the lower part of their heads. Really, almost makes you forget that you're in tabs. Really looking at these guys, but they're just two-handing a sword, pretty standard sword. They've got full clad of armour, which is all very nice. But we've got them as the front row. Coming up behind them, we have got a 10 by 2 deep of Gondor shield Gondorians. What's he named them? Gondor shields. Yeah, same difference. But yeah, we got 10 by 2 of these guys. They're making up the front row here, and I have got a standard bearer just to keep them in place. Behind that row, we've got 10 Gondorian spearmen. They're just using longer sarissas, and I do like how he's changed all of the colours as well of all of the weapons. That's a nice attention to detail. Changing the bow colours to a nice darker colour of wood, and also changing the shafts of the spears and all that into black. I think that's good attention to detail. But yeah, we got these guys here. They're making a somewhat semblance of a phalanx, because I thought it just makes sense. I mean, does mean that I am instantly putting my English on the back foot, because this is going to be pretty hard to penetrate. But hopefully they'll be able to do it. Behind them, they've got 10 archers as well. And then we've got, what are these guys? Guards of the White Tree, I believe he's got them down as. Yeah, Guard of the White Tree. They are his elite units of this faction. So we've got 12 of these guys with the standard bearer. They're sort of like the last line of defense. I'm not going to put down a hero, because heroes are, they're pretty expensive, as you can see. 1640 for Faramir, 1720 for Boromir. They're just pretty expensive all around. so I didn't really want to put them down. Obviously, things like my king are still quite expensive at sort of like 450, 500, but putting an English king against like Boromir or Faramir would be no contest. I don't think the king would lose. But that's what we've got for the main centre line. On the flank here, we have got Rangers. They're just men of the forest. They're looking very nice in their forest colour scheme. Dark brown, dark green, very nice looking. In essence, though, I think they are just Gondorians, which have had different armour on them. They might have different stats. I would be surprised if they didn't. But yeah, these guys, they're just looking very nice hoods. So we've got 6x3, so 18 of them, with some forest rangers as backup archers. Now, going up against the Gondorians here for the English, I'm going to say that the English are the ones attacking, because I've got these guys actually standard beared. So the English are the ones attacking. On the flanks, going up against the Rangers, we have just got a bunch of mercenaries that the English have hired. We've got some mercenary men-at-arms. They've just got chainmail armour. They've got some lighter armoured gauntlets and all of that. So they're making up the front row here of 6. Behind them, we've got some mercenary spearmen. We've seen these guys a couple of times before. They've got giant footman shields and they've got a nice infantry spear. They're making up the second line. Behind them, we've got some mercenary knights. These aren't Landsknecht. These aren't land knights that the Germans have, even though I have literally just made them. But these guys are just some generic sort of mercenary knights. They've got some decent looking armour on them. They're very nice. And then behind them, we've got 4 Welsh Longbowmen. Not English Longbowmen, but Welsh Longbowmen. The cream of the crop. Mercenaries. Best you could ever ask for. And so they're going to be hopefully trying to whittle down these guys, because, well, the front row of men-at-arms are going to get cut down by the Rangers, I can tell you that much. So we'll have to see how that flank develops. As for the main front line here, I have got basically 30 of each type of English unit. We've got 30 men-at-arms. We've seen these guys before. They've just got spears. Some of them are going to get cut down by the bowmen, and the same with the Gondorians. Some of them are going to get cut down by the English Longbowmen way back there. But these guys are going to be taking the first brunt hit. Behind them then we have got some flailmen, again 30 flailmen, 10x3 row flailmen. Behind them a 10x3 of English knights, very nice looking, and then behind them we have got a 10x2, so 20 English longbowmen. And then finishing it up we have got the king with 5 crusaders just as his bodyguards. So there's the king, giant in his armour, looking very nice. So that's what we've got going on here. 109 Gondorians versus 138 Englishmen. The English statistically should win this in both the fact that they have got a higher cost. They've also got 138 men compared to the 109. Plus they have got a king. You know, I might just give the Gondorians some more guards. There you go, just at the back. Again, not too sure how good these guys are, but considering they are 120 cost, my knights are 130 for the highest cost unit here, and then it's 250 for these guys, Crusaders. There you go. Who knows? But overall, though, the English have got the higher cost over the Gondorians here, so we'll have to see how this goes. So, with that, let's get into it. So both lines are going to charge forwards. We'll see how the bowmen do. The bowmen are all in range by the looks of it. Forest Rangers, Longbowmen, all of them going to fire first. We've got the Knights and Spearmen there going in for a charge. In they go. There go the Rangers. Rangers have fired first. They've scored some hits. In go the Welsh Longbowmen. In go the Gondorian archers, and in go the English longbowmen in as well, getting some nice early kills. Yeah, I can see a couple of Gondorians. One guy's been shot in the head. Oof, very unfortunate for him. But the men-at-arms here, yeah, we've lost a bunch of them already as they take down the front line of Gondorians. Oh, nice big sweeping cut there. Takes down one of the men-at-arms. and he then luckily dodges a spear thrust there. Over here we've got the Rangers all doing their best, and indeed they appear to be cutting through these mercenaries like no problem. This guy just got shot, one of those spearmen. I really thought their big shields would be able to block an arrow such as that guy, but we've got the Welsh Longbowmen still firing away, doing their best. We've got the Knights and the Flailmen charging in, and it looks like they've cut down the remaining Gondorians here. Yeah, or at least on this flank they have, so it means that arrows coming in very close. Oh, down goes a man-at-arms there, shot in the chest by a Gondorian. Luckily the Flailmen's shields are actually blocking them somewhat. Over here these guys really need to figure out. Oh, they really need to figure out how they're going to kill this last guy, because right now they're going to suffer a lot of friendly fire. As we can see, this knight's got three different arrow shots from the English Longbowmen. But there you go. They've managed to finish off the guy who was under the pile. That's good without suffering too many casualties. Now, English front line charging in to the Gondorian front line here. Now, again, their phalanx style that I've given them here does favour the Gondorians, even though they are outnumbered here. Their longer spears trapped behind the row of shields means that the English have got to sort of punch through the armoured front line of the Gondorians here in order to get to the spearmen, unless the longbowmen can do their part and try and arc the arrows over. Over here it looks like the mercenaries just about finished off the Rangers. Very close though. Only a couple of mercenaries are actually still left alive. One spearman and one knight, and the knight is well, he's doing his best. A couple of English knights did get brought over here, but the Welsh Longbowmen, oof, very narrowly missing there. As for the main front line, the English are getting a bit stalled actually. The Crusaders have come in. Yeah, the Crusaders have come in. Oh, English knight just gets shot in the back by his own longbowman. Hasn't killed him though. No. Now he's dead. He's dead to a Gondorian, I think, there. They've managed to push through on the flank there. And that knight that I pointed out there didn't actually get shot. The king is getting shot, though. Come on, longbowman. You're killing your best unit by shooting him in the head. The king will not be happy with you shooting him in the head there. English knight making a breakthrough. Yeah, manages to block one of the Gondorian archer shots there. Ooh. English longbowman narrowly misses one of the Gondorians there. The English knight trying his best. Over on the flank, looks like they've managed to clear up the Rangers on the flanks, but that's hardly going to bring too many English units into the play. Oh, down goes an English knight to a Gondorian shield bash there. Oh, man-at-arms gets struck down by one of the archers, one of the longbowmen, but he does retaliate by killing off one of the shieldmen. Over here, looks like the flank has actually stalled out. We've got some guys actually trapped under the bodies of fellow Englishmen, which is not great. In comes a nice archer shot to the nether regions of that archer. Oh, nice sword cut there. Looks like the chainmail armor that he's wearing over his neck actually saved him from that cut. This standard bearer. We've got a flailman deep in the back lines here. They've actually started to break through now, killing off the final remaining Gondorians. We've got a Crusader back here. Oh, nice cut there by an English knight. Takes out the final remaining standard bearer actually. Oh, but then he gets struck by someone. Yeah, Flailman getting a nice bash to the head of that Gondorian. We've also got a couple of Crusaders here. Where's the king? The king's probably dead to his own. Yeah, here's his shield. Yeah, the king's dead. King's dead to most likely friendly fire. Yeah, there's the king. With his eyes and crosses, yeah. The English attack has basically stalled out now, though, by the looks of it. Yeah, they don't have... Oh, I just watched that shot go way over the top, strike that guy right in the head. Oh, A fantastic shot by that longbowman. Fantastic shot. The English don't have too many units though left to actually take on the remaining Gondorians. That front line really really collapsed them. Not to mention the friendly fire from the friendly fire from the longbows though. Looks like here comes the remaining English though, charging in. Crusader leading the charge. Oh, nice charge! Strikes down one of the guards of the White Tree. Comes another archery shot, striking someone. I think that was an already dead body though. Yeah, we've got some knights coming in. We've got a flailman as well. We have actually got some more knights. We've actually still got a mercenary swordsman, mercenary spearman rather, still coming in as well. That's quite good. Rain of arrows coming down as well from the longbowmen. Not too sure actually how useful the longbowmen have been to the English. I mean, yes, they've got some good shots in, and they have helped out in certain aspects, but there's definitely been several friendly fire incidents, not to mention the king getting struck down, most likely by his own side. Although, getting some, they have been able to get some nice sniping shots before the remaining English foot soldiers were able to get into these guards. Yeah, down goes another one. Turned his shield at the wrong time, struck right in the side by a longbowman. Oh, and again there. And there goes the standard bearer. There goes the standard bearer. It's just the remaining few Gondorians left. Oh, nice spear thrust. I do actually quite like the shaft of that spear. We've got it in a nice lighter wood, which is very pleasant to look at. I do like them. Oh, glancing blow. Oh, shield bash takes out the English knight. Got overconfident there. We got a flailman here, trying his best to take on some of these elite Gondorians by himself, but no, did not work. He got struck down by a shield bash, but the longbowmen take retaliation by killing off one of the guards. Here's the remaining few English soldiers. We've got some knights, obviously, as you'd expect. Oh, one of the last remaining flailmen just got struck down there by a shield bash. It's coming down very close. Arrows raining everywhere on these Gondorians. Oh, in they come again. Nice charge. Charging in on the knights. Knights managed to kill off one of the guards there. These guys have got just shields full of arrows. They're constantly dodging the fire. Oh, knight goes for a nice charge there. Doesn't pay off for him, but I like his enthusiasm. Oh, down goes the other knight. Who is remaining then? I think it's just really the spearman. We've got a flailman trapped down there. We've got this knight, and I think this is the remaining Gondorian. This is the only guy that's left. Now, will he be able to exact his revenge on the knight before he gets struck down by an arrow? Nice spear thrust. Glancing blow, though. The armour takes it from the Englishman. Arrows coming in everywhere. Knight goes for a sword thrust. Does not work. In comes the spearman. Shield absorbs one of the longbow shots. How is he dodging this many? How is he dodging this many arrows? Look at him. It's a constant rain, a constant barrage of longbowmen. This guy is so narrowly missing everything coming at him. I think the Englishmen are now reloading. Oh no, here comes some more. Striking shields. Oh, this is all going to end in tears for someone. Oh. Look at that giant footman shields of the mercenary spearman there, just absorbing so many English arrows. Oh, they're a bit stuck together. Oh, spearman narrowly dodges. Got the knight as well. They're a bit tangled up, but spear poke managed to take out the remaining Gondorian. Ugh, that was a very messy battle. That was a very messy battle and a very close battle. We can see the distinctive lines from where the Gondorians were attacking from. Obviously, first wave did cut down a fair few of the men at arms. We've also got some dead knights in here as well, which I should imagine is from these longbowmen. I should imagine some friendly fire incidents happened here, taking down some of the flailmen as well. We've got some flailmen shields around here as well. So, yeah, the Gondorians definitely fared off the worst here. Looking at it, there's about half the English casualties, perhaps, to the Gondorians. But here's where the main English attack stalled for the most part, going up against the semi-phalanx of the Gondorians here. A lot of dead English knights, as we can see. Here's a nice big clump of the red and yellow knights. We've obviously also got some crusaders here. The king as well didn't really manage to do much. King was cut down, most likely by longbow shots to the back, just cutting right through his plate armour. We have got this flail man here, who's a bit trapped. I think his flail is actually trapped under a body. Same with this man at arms. His spear is trapped under some Gondorian bodies as well, by the looks of it. Yeah, but here's where the main attack was really stalled out for the English, and I was worried that they weren't actually going to get through this front line. I really thought they were gonna get stumped here and not even manage to reach this rear line. And even when they did, there's still quite a few bodies here. Pretty much all of the English units that came over here were cut down by the guards here. As we can see, English knights, they just came. They were on such low health from the melee beforehand that they came and just one or two shield bashes or spear thrusts, and they were just cut down. Same with the is that actually two? Yeah, same with the two crusaders that were left alive from the king's bodyguards. Fought their ways all the way over here and died to the spear guard. Same with these flailmen as well. We also have, I think we actually had a man at arms here at one point, although I could be mistaken. Yeah, I don't think any men at arms were actually left alive by now. They yeah, it's all pretty much just flailmen and knights. Those in the second and third waves are the ones that were the only ones to really make it over here. And even then, of all of these Englishmen that came over here, only the mercenary spearman, which I'm very surprised is actually still alive. This spearman deserves like a medal or something. He deserves a knightly order. Yeah, he is still alive. And this one English knight who was very lucky, dancing with all of these longbow arrows. So of the 136 Englishmen that attacked, minus the 20 bowmen, that's 110 English foot soldiers that attacked, we've got about 6 that are left alive. We did have one mercenary knight who survived the melee on the flanks with the rangers, and him charge in. I know he was one of the 2 survivors, but he's obviously charged in and just died somewhere in here. Trying to see if I can locate him. That's another Gondorian. See, this is the thing with medieval battles. All of the armor just blends in together, and you just end up with just this big pile of metal. So yeah, there's a mercenary knight in here somewhere. Who knows where, though. On the flanks with the rangers, the mercenaries just about managed to beat them out, but it was very close. I'm surprised at how close it was. Obviously, all of the Welsh bowmen are here. Or have they lost one? No, they're all just blending in together. They're all just blending in. No, all 4 of these lag. Can you stop? Thanks. Yeah, all of the Welsh Longbowmen obviously lived. There's no mercenaries trapped here, so literally all of these are just dead. all of these are just dead mercenaries. Yeah, that was a very fun battle. That was very fun. Pitting the might of medieval Angleland against the might of Gondor. Turns out the English aren't that good. I mean, considering some of these Gondorians were struck down by longbow, around a third of the guards of the White Tree were cut down by longbowmen before the first English foot soldiers actually managed to get to them, and even then they still almost lost the melee fight here. That just goes to show. That just goes to show that the English were really not going to win that battle if they didn't have as many longbowmen as they did. But yeah, there you go. That's the that was a battle with Gondor. Just something I wanted to do after finding the faction on the workshop. As I said, faction link will be down in the description for the Gondorians here, and obviously check them out and play around with the faction as you want. And obviously my English faction is also on the workshop if you just go to my workshop page. But yeah, there you go. I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye.